tonight, though. A 34-year-old mother has been identified as the second person to lose her life in Sunday morning's boat crash on Lake Austin. Jennifer Wally was a volunteer at LifeWorks, where she helped homeless teenagers. The company released a statement saying they were deeply saddened. Wally was one of 5 people on the boat that collided with a barge in place for dock construction. Happened around 5 o'clock in the morning. Sean Horwitz, a Houston area CEO, was also killed. He was a co-founder for the KIPP Foundation benefiting public schools.
So many children across our city, state, and country are getting a better education because of what he helped us do.
And 3 other people on that boat were also injured. Some people who live near that crash site say there are a number of concerns along the lake. KXAN's Chris Sadeghi took a look.
This is the barge. I understand they hit.
A closer look at the barge shows it does have lights, and police say they were working. That is the law. Alan Roddy lives on Lake Austin, and there's some other ordinances involved in Sunday's collision. People who live on the lake will question. We did see lights on the barge, but we also found paperwork showing that up until 2 years ago, that construction would have been restricted. It's also within 50 feet of the shoreline, which brings up another concern. The owner building this dock only did so after successfully filing to terminate the restrictive covenant that prevented its construction. Despite pleas from neighbors who oppose, the city lifted the restrictions, saying it was more restrictive than code and Lake Austin requirements.
If the city hadn't lifted their restricted covenant, then that barge wouldn't be there, and that boat, maybe it would hit the shoreline somewhere. They're pretty close.
Alan, a past member of the Lake Austin task force, said the speed of the boat may have sent them into the shoreline anyway. That's why the task force recommended adopting the LCRA's 50-foot no-wake ordinance.
But that rule does not apply because the city of Austin is the controlling authority here.
But when we talked to police Monday, they told us they do enforce a 50-foot no-wake ordinance from any shoreline or structure. One of a few ordinances looming large in the wake of tragedy. On Lake Austin, Chris Sadeghi, KXAN News.
We did try to contact the owner of the dock under construction along with her attorney, and our phone calls were not returned. The case manager in the city of Austin also could not be reached today. Boating crashes are not very common on our lakes, but when they do happen, they're often deadly. According to Texas Parks and Wildlife, there were 4 crashes on Lake Austin last year. 3 people were injured and 1 person died. That same year, there were 6 boating crashes on Lake Travis. 1 person was injured, 2 people were killed. And so far this year, 2 people have died in boating accidents. 5-year-old Haley Falk died when she was hit by a ski pole on her family's boat. And professional boat racer Mike Fry died in August during Lake Fest in Marble Falls. Police